the DS3 Crossback, an iconic compact SUV.
Behind us is the DS3 Crossback, a car more stylish than my green shoes.
My summer t-shirt and my new hairstyle. It really does stand out from the crowd, but it's not surprising. Just look at those looks.
It definitely is, especially in this performance line trim.
The model we have here is powered by a 1.2, believe it or not, 3-cylinder engine, which is turbocharged, develops 130 brake horsepower, and here's the clever bit, it's coupled to an 8-speed automatic, very similar to the one in the 508.
There's a range of petrol and diesel engines on offer, as well as a manual and that wonderful 8-speed automatic.
You also get active cruise control, 18-inch wheels, and LED vision headlamps.
The model we have here with options is just over £29,500.
The range does start at about £21,500, so that is a really good price for a car that really does stand out. Even without the performance line, it's still a good looking car, isn't it?
It definitely is. Saying that, I'm going to be taking a look at the interior, the practicality, the functionality.
I'll be looking at the exterior, the styling.
We'll then both be driving it, and then we'll bring you our verdict on whether or not this is the car for you.
If you like cars or latest car news, why not subscribe to the channel? Hit the notification bell, that way you'll be updated every time we upload a new video. Thank you. At first glance you can really tell that this is related to the DS7. It's got the big grille with the diamond style motifs, the big funky DS badge, and also daytime running lights that look like something off maybe Tron? It's not just sporting futuristic looks either, it has the tech to back it up. Active cruise control, and it's a rather advanced system as well. Starts stopping traffic and steers. You've also got LED vision headlamps with main beam assist, rain sensing wipers, and being a premium vehicle, it's well kitted out for safety as well. This particular model has the advanced technology and premium safety pack as well as City Park. Also you've got LED daytime running lights, front parking sensors. Coming to the side of the vehicle, just look at that. Normally I'd be talking about the wheels first, but just look at the door handles. You walk near it with the key, the proximity picks it up and the door handles pop out, as do the mirrors. Genius. Back to the wheels. 18-inch high profile tyre makes it nice and comfortable. You've also got this like off-road rugged styling as well. The doors also cover the sill, so no more muddy trousers. DS Performance Line emblem. As you can see, the A-pillars are black, as is the roof. That is an option. Power folding door mirrors with blind spot detection. There's also lights at the bottom as well, so you can find your car in a car park. And this bit. Now this is the bit that makes the DS. The body styling, these curvy lines, and back to the door handles. Keyless entry, and just look, flush. The B pillars are also black, as is the C pillar, and privacy glass as well. You've also disc brakes all round, with the fronts being vented. Stepping around to the back of the car, as you can see, LED rear lights. Big DS emblem, and you're reminded it is the Crossback. You've got a reversing camera, some funky styling, and twin chrome exhaust outlet. As you can see, you've got a rather stylish bumper with vents built in. Just gives it an overall amazing road presence. You've also got parking sensors, rear boot spoiler, high level brake light, and you're reminded it is the DS3. You also have a performance line emblem too.
Stepping into the DS3 is nice and easy thanks to the raised ride height and the doors opening nice and wide. Once you're in here, there's no mistaking you're in any other car but the DS. The styling is completely unique, high quality. You have touch sensitive buttons, a large infotainment screen, stitching on the dash. The vents are even incorporated into the door cards. Everything has been thought about, everything has been stylized and looks just amazing. Lower down on the doors and underneath the seats there are some harder plastics, but everything the driver and the passenger sees and touches has a really nice feel to it and has an air of quality. When it comes to functionality, you have all around electric windows. They're controlled using the buttons in the centre here. They look quite Lamborghini-esque. Power folding door mirrors with blind spot detection, they are also heated. And puddle lights. Automatic lights with high beam assist, they are also LED vision. Automatic wipers, paddles on the steering column, media controls, your adaptive cruise control. You also have a virtual cockpit that you can see navigation, media and your speedometer, heads-up display, a large infotainment system that you can control your media, the car, your climate control. You even have satellite navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth connectivity, a wireless charging pad down here. Your driving mode, you have Sport, Normal and Eco, diamond-shaped engine start-stop button, USB. There's also a 12-volt socket and USB here. Your gear shifter for your 8-speed automatic gearbox, and it does have a manual mode if you don't fancy using the paddles. And finally, your electronic handbrake with hill hold assist. When it comes to practicality, I've got lots of headroom and lots of legroom. All of the adjustment in the seat is done manually. This seat's set up for Ben and he's 6'3". The steering wheel has reach and height adjustment. The door bins are slightly narrow, but they are deep and you could fit a large bottle of water and a packet of crisps in there. Wireless charging pad in the centre here, 2 cup holders, a storage area where you could fit another bag of sweets and, well, another bottle of water. The glove box is a strange shape, but you could still fit some fine artisan wares in there. Stepping into the back is nice and easy thanks to the raised ride height. These rear doors don't open quite as wide as the front doors, it might make it slightly trickier to load a child seat. When it comes to headroom, I've got decent headroom and decent legroom. This seat's set up for Ben and he's 6'3". 2 adults would be comfortable back here, 3 children and 3 adults on shorter journeys. The door bins are of a decent size, you can fit a bottle of water. There is a padded area for your arm, electric windows and this Alcantara trim. There is a hard plastic at the top here and the windows are quite narrow and it does make it a little dark with the privacy glass. A panoramic sunroof would have made all the difference. Or even a light coloured headliner. There is a recess for your knees in the front seats, a little net down here for some storage, mat pockets on both the back seats, touch reading lights, side airbags, and the ISOFIX points are hidden behind little zips, so you're not going to lose the little plastic tabs that you normally get. These front seats are nice and buckety and sporty, and it's just as comfortable in the back. Coming around to the boot of the car, you open it using the key. Once you're back here, you have 350 litres of space. It's a nice square space. There is a slight load lip. Underneath the boot floor, you have a space saver spare wheel and your various tools. Once you fold the seats down, that space increases to 1050 litres. There is a slight lip between the rear seats and the boot floor. It would have been nice to see a false floor. There is a boot lip, but it isn't uncommon on this type of car. There is also 2 tethering points. What's the DS3 Crossback like to drive? Well, you have a surprising combination, a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged engine and an 8-speed automatic gearbox.
That's a thing that really got me about this car. I did not expect a 1.2, let alone a 3-cylinder, to have a similar gearbox to a 508.
Well, that's it, and it produces 130 brake horsepower. And you would have thought with that many gears that it's going to be very busy and isn't going to be the nicest thing to drive, but it actually makes for a very nice experience.
It's completely seamless.
That's it, it's just so easy to drive, and even when you do things like motorway driving, the gearbox allows you to travel at 70 miles an hour at 2,000 revs and it makes the cabin nice and quiet.
Yeah.
It works very, very well and it's not juddery around town.
And it doesn't work hard, the engine, either. That's the thing. I mean, you can drive it spiritedly, but if you just drive it normally, it'll change into 4th gear at about 24 miles an hour.
I think the 3-cylinder aspect also gives it a little bit of personality as well. It has a very distinctive tone.
I've always liked 3-cylinders. They just sound growly, isn't the word?
It's not sluggish as well. 0 to 60 is what, just over 9 seconds thereabouts?
And it's got 230 newton meters of torque as well, so no, it doesn't hang around. But it shouldn't do the way it looks, especially as the Performance Line version as well.
That's it, it has such a good road presence because it's so funky and distinctive with its styling. You do stand out.
Well, it's like the DS7, isn't it? It's a baby one.
In fact, the overall level of refinement in here, the cabin noise, the way everything feels is very, very premium.
It is, considering its size, because it's quite a bit smaller than the DS7, isn't it? But it hasn't lost any of that. I mean, you will find hard plastics in the back, but in the front of here, it is... Well, you've got the crazy switches, haven't you? You've got a similar kind of thing to the DS7. It's just... Well, it's personalised, isn't it? It's DS are trying to stand out from the crowd, and they're doing a damn good job.
The footprint isn't much larger than a small hatchback, yet you get the raised ride height from a SUV. The steering is nice and light and has a good feel of direction. It also waitens up when you use the sport mode. It lightens when you are in normal mode. You have paddles on the back of the steering wheel, which is a dinky little steering wheel, isn't it? It's nice and sporty.
Yeah, it's a very sporty wheel. It's also, one thing to note about those paddles is they're far different to most of the other paddles. They're kind of like their own thing, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Very well refined. When it comes to driving modes, you've got Eco, you've got Sport, and you've got Normal. Normal, self-explanatory. Sport, it'll hold gears longer, tightens up the steering, things like that. And in Eco mode, it'll basically just get you into the top gear as fast as it can, so it economises.
All-around visibility is generally very good because of the raised ride height. You do have a slight blind spot because of the styling on the door, just behind the B-pillar. On an economy run, I was getting just under 50 mpg, around town and when undertaking some more spirited driving, around 40 mpg.
That's still very acceptable, especially. And that's the thing about this 1.2, it doesn't feel underpowered at any point, does it? It can just keep going. The one thing about the DS3 is it's got character, especially in the Performance Line trim. It's very well refined. It's quite roomy, isn't it?
It certainly did surprise me. It's a big, well, it's a little big car.
Well, that's what Mum said as well, isn't it? This type of car is all the rage at the moment, isn't it? I mean, you can get it for a really good price, and you get so much tech, you get refinement, and you get, well, it's a very good vehicle.
Well, that's it. It's half the price of a Range Rover Velar.
Yeah.
But you've got something that really does stand out. You've got heads-up display, adaptive cruise control. It's very well equipped, and it's very comfortable, very refined.
Well, this is what we felt about the DS7, wasn't it?
That's it. It is, well, DS.
It's a baby one.
It really is the premium range of PSA Group.
It really is. It's I do love this. Start engine, stop, wireless charging pad, driving modes. It's something about the style of the interior of one of these. I mean, for example, you've got the vents in the door as opposed to actually on the dash.
Got LED vision headlamps.
Yeah.
To have LED rear lights.
The one thing I really love about this car is the fact that you have the key in your pocket. You walk past, the door handles pop out.
The sound system is very premium. It's got nice clear bass.
Also, as you'd expect, you've got automatic headlamps with high beam assist and range sensing wipers. There's also a range of safety EBS, lane keeping assist, lane departure warning, speed recognition and recommendation.
The ride overall is very good. You've got McPherson struts on the front and conventional springs on the back. Yeah,
multi-arm rear coil springs.
You can have as much fun as you would in a warm hatchback. That brings me on to the brakes. You've got discs on the front and the rear.
Front are vented, and you've got auto handbrake with hill hold assist. Michael's now going to demonstrate a little bit of the performance. Typically we're sat next to an M2 competition, so we may not quite win this one, but you'll see how peppy the 1.23 cylinder is.
I find there's not really any hesitation from the gearbox.
There isn't.
It's all very well put, you know, it's all very well refined, it's all very well...
It's a great driving experience, isn't it?
It is.
That's the thing, with a car like this, you don't think of doing long hauls, but I'd be happy to travel up and down the motorway for 600, 700, 800 miles easily.
Absolutely.
One thing to note about this car is we do have various packs on it. We've got an advanced technology pack, a city pack, there's metallic paint, Performance Line Plus pack, the bitone roof, and a premium safety pack. Michael's now going to demonstrate how fast it is off the lights in manual with the paddles, with the start-stop on. So this will be interesting to see how fast it grips.
You can't do like what you would do in a manual where you can get it wheel spinning.
Well, that's good though. Your aim is not to wheel spin, isn't it? I do love that tone. Listen to it! Ooh, I do like that. Holds gears a lot more, doesn't it? Feel the agility of it then. Did you feel it as you cornered quite hard around that car?
Yeah.
It felt very well planted considering that ride height.
You have a very similar virtual cockpit to what you find in the DS7. It's just a miniature version, but you can see your navigation, your adaptive cruise control, and your speedometer economy. You've also got a heads-up display that shows your speedometer much larger, which has traffic sign recognition as well. Oh, we're in sport mode, that's why it's... I wondered why we were driving... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the difference.
Yeah, why we were driving along in, like, third gear going...
Yeah, it did sound vicious. I'm quite impressed with the active cruise control on this as well. It'll pull up behind a vehicle and then pull away again, and it's also got the distance and all types of things on it.
It all displays on the virtual cockpit, and you can control it nice and easily using its own stalk.
And it does steer. It's kind of more advanced than lane keep assist, isn't it?
It is.
Ladder. In road. Sorry, dual matching ladders.
Overall, the DS3 is very comfortable, sporty, stylish.
In a word, DS have done it again, haven't they?
They have. It's a mini DS7, basically.
It is, yeah. And the DS Performance Line trim is exceptionally good.
With interiors inspired by icons of Paris, this soundproofed compact SUV has an exquisite attention to detail inside and out, and prices start from just over £21,500. With a range of engines to choose from, including 100% electric, there's a lot going for this car. This model is the Performance Line PT130 Auto and comes with a 1.2-litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine that delivers 230 Nm of torque. It has an 8-speed fully automatic gearbox and will get you from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 9.2 seconds. This one goes for just under £30,000 as it includes optional extras such as the Premium Safety Pack and the Advanced Technology Pack. It's Euro 6 and NCAP 5 too. Standard features include halogen headlamps, or you can opt for Matrix LED, lane keep assist, electronic stability, rear parking sensors, and a fully digital dashboard. It also has a great sound system to support the DAB Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and features with 8 fitted speakers. With a luxurious and defined bodyline, including a raised ride height and a sophisticated interior, the DS3 Crossback takes you where you want to go in style, wherever that may be. For more great impartial car reviews, please subscribe to Planet Auto. If you have any questions about the DS3 Crossback Performance Line, please leave them in the comments section below. Thank you.